Hello everybody. There is, just as per usual, a few clicks that I need to make, and then we're all into the tinkering phase of this new Eldritch Oathsworn build that I have in mind. I hope it'll work, but I think it should. Okay, so that, and now I think all the techniques are running as intended. Good. So, after this was so much fun last time, we're just going to create yet another random realm. I think this worked, right? No.
Choose your destination.
Unknown realm. That's the button I wanted. So there we go. Unknown realm. That's what I want to play here for the sake of having some fun with you folks while building something. Okay, I think I'll leave the complexity on normal.
Your journey starts here.
So, we are playing Oathsworn. That means we got some tier 1 fighter type guys. We're going Harmony, by the way. And we're playing tier 3 archers and tier 2 battle mages and supporters. Ugh, what a weird mixture. So what does that do for me? I think keen-sighted is pretty okay. But beyond that... Well, it's a little bit more difficult somehow. I mean, yeah. The biggest problem that I got is since we are playing Eldritch and planning to have a lot of free cities, we will not, at the end of the day, probably not have too many of our cultural units. So, sneaky, strong. I need a trait that is not too reliant on being dominant on my troops. So I think I'm going to go for strong and hardy, cheerful, adaptable. I'll stick hardy. Why not? Probably want to tweak that eventually a little bit more, but currently I don't know how.
What defines their society?
Okay, so here I already had a couple of things on my mind. Since the Oathsworn Harmony
culture
comes with a really big buff towards positive relations with free cities and such, I figured we wanted to go all in into our cultural traits here with that. So I want Chosen Uniters. I would love to go Bannerlords, but Bannerlords is... We could do that though, but it's a little bit less knowledge at the beginning. But it's okay. Could do that. Yeah, why not? Let's break the mold.
Choose your first
at least for once. Magic. Okay, so let's see. Here's the question. Do I want to go Tentacle as my first tome or my second tome? I want to play a full-on Eldritch one. That means we're going to go for a Tome of Corruption eventually. We gain a better frontline unit. That's really nice, but I really got no clue so far what I want to do as my second tier one. So I take creative input from the audience here. The biggest issue that I got is that we got mages, supporters, and archers. There's practically no tier 1 tome that accommodates all 3 of these at the same time. I think. I don't know any. It's a problem. Rock? Nah. I was halfway considering alchemy, but then I drop that thought because I don't think that this gives us the juice that I want to have, the punching power that I lack when I pick Tentacle. Tentacle is a really good utility tome, but I think it's a horrible starting tome for me because I don't have any battle mages or supporters to begin with. So, not really. We might be running Eldritch, but what do we run secondary? I mean, Zeal strikes my attention. Obviously, pretty good choice. Gives me everything but the support battle mage. But we can't have everything. And Constricting Focus is, I think, as good as it gets for now. In tier 1, that is. So what's the other one? I mean, Tome of Faith would be the other option. That would be that was really striking my attention. But this is again no fighting power, so this is too soft. And the Vow Keepers of the Oathsworn are really no bad supporters. I don't need this. I'm much more interested in something like the like Famists, for example. That would be much more powerful. So Zeal would strike me very heavily into the order affinity at this point. Very, very heavily, more than I want to. But what is the other option here for real? I mean, we could go for one of the Blade and Arrow tomes. Let's see if there's something in there which feels good. I mean, we have tier 3 archers, so... Tome of Enchantment. That's actually a really good one. But we don't take use out of that. And again, rather soft damage increase. I don't know. Powered Strikes is also not really an option. Pyromancy. But that's totally overkill on the Battle Mage front and doesn't empower them either. Horde. I don't like the fact that Spawnkin will go past so many of my troops when we do so much lifting with the Rally of the Lieges. So no. It's so hard. Tome of Evocation would bring us a harder focus into the Battle Mage aspect of our build, but a much weaker focus into the Archer aspect, which doesn't come online until tier 3 of our build. And the Archers of this faction have their utility even without any enchantments. So. Also, Astral is really good for any type of researching builds. But a little bit of an overkill here, but I don't need to research the guy. Cryomancy brings me my feet into Shadow, which is really good. Brings me Utility Witches, also a very good fit for Eldritch. Skirmishers that evolve into big skirmishers. I see the least contradictory thoughts on this one so far. So, Tentacle Cryo would give me stable cities. Pretty good, because Oathsworn is already pretty nice at that. Well, what would be the other options? Evocation. Evocation versus this one has the advantage that we would gain a Shock Trooper. It's also pretty big. And AoE. These two are really close competitors, gotta say. But I think I am closer to picking Evocation. Because I already see a step further than that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Thing is, Evocation brings me 2 points of Astral Affinity. Tentacle brings me another one. And that's where we are already eligible to pick tier 3 Astral Tomes. And I think that is a really, really good fit for this kind of build.
Reveal yourself.
Should work. I hope so, at least. Hello there. I want to play something bursty tonight. So, dark purple and yellow? Oof, bites my eyes somehow. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Okay, what's a good relic for us? We got summonings. Pretty nifty. The Astral Wisps are really, really nice. They got Resistance Sundering, which is pretty good. Economy of Thralls, that's not really good, I think. Ooh. I'm tempted to pick these because that's something I hate to pick in afterwards, and the Relic of Havoc sounds pretty nice. That's something I usually don't pick. Let's run with that.
Your journey begins.
Auras of the Just. Alright. Let's see and hope that this will work out as intended. But I do have a really positive feeling. So let's see what kind of wicked random realm we have cooked up today. I usually, when I run this without you, dear audience, don't go for random realms. In my honesty here, I play usually the very easy Idilia environment, out of the main reason that it makes things very nicely comparable. You constantly play the same map. You can really easily define is it powerful or not, because you're always having the same ground. But I love random realms, and I felt like, let's do this. Okay, the city of Paladin receives instantaneously our first Whispering Stone of 2. Jeez, we're rich. And let's see. We gonna go lightning blades. Yeah, why not? What do I have here on my roster? A couple of spears and a fighter. Okay, I mean, the advantage of knowing where the first city is really big. Seals? Okay, seal victory. Ugh. Time pressure. Whatever. So, workshop Wayfarer. Is this the end of the world this way? No. Okay. So, pick a side. Well, let's go for the exact opposite direction first. It's looking actually really good. So, I do enjoy it massively that I know where the first free city is. I didn't think that it would be such a nice thing until I tried it out. I have a very strong feeling that I can build my outpost down here. Honestly. Okay. So, there we go. Yeah, absolutely. That is very, very comfortable. Can sit down here, right? Yeah. Least effort. And now let's think about where city number 3 will sit. You go that way, you go that way. I mean, it would be really nice if we had something somewhere here in this direction going, but this has to be somewhat connected, you see. Okay. But we are very, very early. Turn 2 outposts is absolutely nice. You usually don't get that lucky. So, I somehow think that this area here would make a good choice for city number 3, so let's move our sovereign this direction. So, you go for... Ooh, Cursed Keep. Sweet, sweet. It's a little bit too far away for Rock Guard. I want the mana. Anvil of Doom. Well, it's too close to the city that is in construction, sadly. Well, I think I'm going to return towards Rockguard with my Sovereign, because this way I can utilize the scout that is done in a turn. Well, let's call this guy back. Want to have my fighters back. There's a seal there, so that makes it all the more pressing, hey? Small monster den. So, yeah, we're going to let Rockguard flow into this direction, and I think I have to build something that proximity there. The seal is kind of like forcing it in now. Okay, Honor Blade or Wayfarer? I think another Wayfarer is upper. Okay, but that means we can also very soon start clearing out our area here. Really like it when I have my my starting area defined that quickly. So this would be normally too close to my capital for me to settle down, but due to the fact that we have the seal there, I want to have something in this proximity to the Cursed Keep, because I find that just too charming to be settled down there. Capturing a wonder and a seal, that is just very good. I think at least. So let's move our scouts on auto-exploring, because, you know, I have sown so much patience for these things, but now it's getting finicky. Iron deposit on the tile that doesn't have a forester. Usually like to run a library next, but I can't boost that this way. Sucks to be me, hey? Oh well. The alternative is to take the forester here. Let's do that. I think this is much more profitable. So, next turn we got the lightning blades. And hopefully enough intel down to know where we can build the city. Look at this prime real estate. The dragon spire, the dragon spine. If we have 3 provinces, we can recruit dragons. Of course I want to be here. So there's haste berries. No, I can't sit down there. Blossom orchard. That is very, very close. Ah, well, whatever. We're still super early. I don't need to make it too hard on myself here. Okay. So, there go the lightning blades. Do I really want that evoker? Nah, I have enough mana to force a reroll. That's both way better stuff. So how does my stuff work here? So, having a city of another race, having a vassal of another race, clearing an infestation, Clearing an ancient wonder, making a truce, forgiving a grievance. Alright. So basically everything selfish is forbidden. Got it. Okay. Oh, I'm out of actions here. Sad. Okay, so we learn pacification, raise down infestations, and we're the hero of everybody. Got it. So, I can invest my money to reach the Pact of Vassalage immediately. I could lose thralls to do something comparable. I will do that. Because gold right now in the early game is such a powerful resource, I don't want to squander any of that. Okay, I got 3 Wayfarers. I would like to have another one, but I do that when City 2 is ready. For now, well... Do you guys have anything going on for you? Oh. You guys don't get that, right? You only get the bonk, right? Don't underestimate the bonk. Oathsworn are a really cool culture. Pretty overpowered somehow. But at the very same time, they don't feel overpowered at all because you're always so code-bound in your actions that you actually feel very hampered the whole time. So I think this would be okay. So city here, city here, city here. It has quite some options to expand once we know where we can expand. Righto. Go forth. Scout however you want. Hell yeah. Production points galore. Tranquility pool. Gee, wow. Turn 8. That measly city is already my vassal. I mean, it ain't much income, right? That's an early vassal. Whoa. Alright. Yeah. I'll take it. That's some sick early game move. I mean, to give you some picture, I will need to build this whole thing before I can even think about recruiting these guys. Next turn I get an express delivery of one of these at a discount. I think this strategy is working out a little bit better than I anticipated. Okay, so let's take a quarry here, and I want to capture as much territory from Paladin as I can. Probably I will integrate Paladin eventually, but probably also not, I don't know yet. So... okay. I can hardly call that a fighting force. Land revealed. How humble. Oh, how quaint, I should rather say. So, Tranquility Pool, what does that give us? Researching spells costs less knowledge. Sweet. I can make lightning blades happen. Okay. And Rockguard needs something to build. Well. Tempted to pick up the Arcane Institute, but at the same time, we're taking the Oathsworn. Having so much money available at this point of the game, and that's just an opportunity that I don't want to miss out on. Okay, so I think we're going to move our Sovereign back to Rockguard and claim that territory there with the new units and have some fun with that. That should be a decent one. Alright. It's an okay start. You guys, you were supposed to make me that. Or I forget. And I really want pacification. Really, really. But it's enough to buy it one turn before you squash the monster den. But then you should break it. Okay, so let's make Wayfinder enchantment. Zap, zap. I'll summon me one. These guys are worth. Okay. 4 mana. Nice. It's really pleasant to finally have a run where I don't get triggered by ginormous amounts of food loot. Okay. That's that, right? What an unexciting turn. So we can found another city here next turn. Do I want to do that? I think I do. Raging Crystal Storms? What is that? Ow! Tier 5. Random enemy. Never seen something like that. Random realms are dope. Hey, my future vassals, wonderful. Tell you what, gonna boost these guys. City 3, founding that this early on, is for me personally always sort of a false friend. Let's build a worker camp and call it a day. I don't have the goal to build 3 cities at once, anyways. This is hell yeah! This is the spirit. Treadbull, hi there. Oh, I'm doing great. I don't know. I've been having a couple of days for myself while the family was out with the in-laws, and it's a good time to how to put it, get some new development into my business and all. Because I felt a little bit stagnating lately, and yeah, feels good. I wish I had the mana for that. Let's take them down. I itch for a fight. Let's take these pushovers. Yeah, it's ridiculous to fight that manually, but I wanted to. So what do we have here? Negative status, random 1. Sweet. Zap, slope. God, I love this already. I love rolling a random dice to see what kind of shenanigans I can inflict. So, zap, slope. Ah, come on. Boring dice. So, we can do this. Do I want to do that? Nah. How's the game? Well, it's wonderful. Its only downside, literally, is that it's costly. It's the only bad thing that I can say about Age of Wonders 4. It's, I don't know if you ever played Master of Magic back in the day. It really re-invokes the fun that I had back when I was playing Master of Magic. Because you can build so many different things, and it's a very sandboxy kind of gameplay where you can just make things mix and match however you have fun with it. I love it. It's one of my favorite games. It's one of the rare cases where the company wants a shit ton of money for the game, pardon my French, but they also give you a lot of good game back for the money that you pay, so it's okay for me. It's one of the cases where I say, alright, shut up and take my money. It's fine. You guys deserve it. Usually I'm way less forgiving in that department, I gotta say, by the way. I'm a very demanding guy. If you want a lot of money from me, then I also want a lot of game. But if that happens, I don't mind paying premium price. Yeah, Luke, that's very, very nicely said. It has this one more turn feeling from Civilization as well, where you have that itch to just keep playing because it evolves and it gets better, and then that new thing happens, and that new tech brings on up, and that new tier is unlocked, and somehow it has a very, very good pacing between being granular and being big sized at the steps. The only thing I personally dislike is that there's only 6 tools in each tome tops, but at the same time I think this is a very wise choice because that makes every single spell in there substantial. Alright, enough talk, let's do some fight. Well, RPG, a review channel. Well, it's not something that ever struck my mind, but I like the idea. I mean, I had to claw my way up in terms of the attention economy of YouTube, and it was no easy path. That's all I can say. But now that the algorithm knows me, I can do some stuff like that. Probably, we'll see about that. Problem for me when it comes down to things like reviews is that I totally lack any skill of video editing, and most people nowadays see that as a must-have if you want to go for something like that. Haha, I berserked them. Yeah. Doing video editing is on the to-do list of mine because currently, you know, the budget is the issue. I want to do it. If I do it, I want to do it right, and then I want to have my entire set of equipment for that, which I cannot afford yet, so... Well, but since this is my main job, we're growing. Okay. Let's pike them down. Oh, Zolium Infernum, that's I can't tell you, because I always wanted to play that, but I didn't find the time to. And then the devs announced that they can't continue it, and then I benched it, and then I benched it some more, and then I benched it some more. Can't tell. Zolium Infernum sounds like a great game. All I have read and seen so far sounds like it's just up my alley, but yeah. Can't play them all. Okay, so we have this all unlocked. Let's see. I think I'm gonna roll down towards the Mentor's Pond area. Do we take a what with a yes, with a detour into this direction, where I clear out a little bit of the area here at this outpost. Can we take down Cursed Keep? I don't think so. Not with such super low level heroes. Hero. Singular. Well, RPG, the problem for me is that I need to acquire the skills editing-wise, and I need a PC that can process all that edited stuff while I have another machine to work on. Call me an addict, but I rarely have the time to do the post-processing. And if you do proper post-processing of edited videos, that takes hours, where you can't touch the PC. If you do so, the data can get corrupted, or at least it was the case when I did that. So you should let the PC work in peace while it does the post-processing. But that I can't work anymore because I don't have another PC to work on, and that would be pretty bad because I need to work a lot. Yeah, that's fine. But we'll be getting there. Don't you worry. Is that really all? I'm not happy with the selection scene. So we're going to be claiming a farm already so we can do the workshop quicker. Thank you, Tommy. That is so kind of you. Appreciate it. You guys are the best. So, we got one mage hero and ranger? Double mage. Death Knight. I want the Death Knight. Thanks for the pointer, Treadbull. I like I said, I didn't drop Solium Infernum. I did bench it. That's a big difference. Sadly, on the bench, there sitting too many games, so it's really good that you give me that that pointer. So I'm also sitting on a pretty big amount of Imperium. So let's get that pacification skill while we're at it. Usually I would get me seafaring, but I haven't seen a single ditch of water so far, so we're not. Okay. So I think we're going to roll this way. Now then, province. Can I pick 2 right now? Okay. Let's see. Farm on the iron deposit. Hell yeah. Okay, we got the tier 2 town hall, guys. That's good. Where to next? I think I'm gonna go shrine. Because my mana is a little bit on the low side. But I will go for the Wayfinder enchantment. It's just too good to not to. Aziz Fly Eater, we are running here so far Oathsworn, the nature-bound ones, Eldritch Ruler, with a super heavy focus on free city domination, Chosen Uniters, Bannerlords, with a couple of ranged and physical traits here. This is still the experimentation phase, nothing is really fixed on that build yet. I hope to make a video about this build once it rocks. Eldritch builds are cool, yeah, I agree. Disco Key, Guy Bear, may the 4th be with you guys. Personally, I'm absolutely no Star Wars fan at all, but I don't want to spoil anybody's fun. You guys are, the Star Wars fans are already plagued enough by Disney. So, constricting focus or constrictor or conjure tentacle?
Tighten your grip around your
Focus. Our battle mages go places now. Okay, here we go. But thanks for the idea to make reviews on a separate channel. It's a really, really good one. Because, many reasons. Thanks. You guys are really, really awesome. Thanks for the inspirations and all. Because sometimes having the proper idea is actually harder than making something out of it. Distracted. Pretty sure everybody out there who's been working in the creative department knows what I mean with that. Sometimes it's so much easier to just follow the tracks of a good idea. But bringing one up when you need one is basically impossible sometimes. Okay, so I don't want to zap in my lightning evocations because they're all sitting in their defensive formations. That sucks. That would be exactly what the enemy wants me to do. So instead we're going to zap them further. Removing grace and nothing else. Yeah, I think we are pretty okay. Yeah, Conjure Tentacle is massive, I agree with that. I think if you play the spell right, it is not only good against the AI. I think even against the human player, this is a menace, because you can't just drop it wherever you need it. This is really what I personally find so horribly powerful about this spell, that you can't just let this thing appear wherever you want to. How are we taking so little, doing so little damage on this? Yeah. No further questions, Your Honor. Guys, sure, why not? Sorry, I need to digest that for a moment. Flippin' Gaia's chosen in my face. That makes them quite tough cookies. Gaia's chosen with grace. Good thing that I have some lightning already in my portfolio. So I can phase away. Should do that. That's why I took that start. Now we zappin'. I think they're still in their defensive modes. Or are they? No. Don't have that aura. Time for the bonk. Get bonked. I love this. I once made an entire build around the bonk of the Oathsworn shield units. Because they're just that hilariously strong with it. Yeah, let's give them some good zappers on top of that. I want to play co-op one day. At least when my wife agrees to that. She finally has seen the splendor of this game. She sometimes takes some time to catch interest on good games, but when she does, then she's quite voracious on them, so I know I just need to wait a little bit. There we go. These guys are so much tougher than I thought. But, sure. Everything which runs Gaia's Chosen is hard to kill. There we go. That was fun. It's one of the things that I like about the Eldritch builds in general, is that you can play so strategic right from the get-go. This is one of the things I enjoy most about this. I mean, this one is so far pretty damage-oriented, if I might call it like that. But still, I feel like I have more utility than with other rulers. Okay, so let's see. Let's annex that mana node. That'll solve my immediate issues here. Okay, so I think it's a good time now to found that city. But as you see there, I'm constantly broke, so it was no loss at all to not build it immediately. What do you guys want from me? We definitely don't want no war with our friends. No. So... I don't like that one. I mean, I could piss off an AI. But I think I'll be just pissing off the Paladinians. We have enough goodwill banked on these guys. That's diplomacy. You give them that finger and then they want the entire arm. So this is a pretty dangerous package, sort of. Hard to kill again because of the enormous amount of Astral Keepers. Let's see what it does in auto-resolve. Not bad. I'm sort of afraid that I can't do it better, but let's try. I currently lack any capabilities of healing. And that is pretty much an issue here. Okay. They're fast. quickly on me. So let's see if we can. Misfortune, why not? Let's see what the next turn brings. I mean, they don't have the ability to blitz me down with shock troopers or AoE nukes or whatever. They're just resilient tough cookies. And we should kill the shields first. These guys have an AoE heal when they die, so we should focus our fire on singular enemies. Alrighty, so... Big Zap. Oh man, I love this Eldritch shift so much. Having a ruler who has that right off the bat is really, really nice. Double retaliation, huh? You guys. So... let's bonk that thing in the face. Yeah. A little bit of flanking action here, like that. And I will take the retaliation, or the, this... not retaliation blow, but you know what I want to say. Opportunity attack. So... yeah, we take down these guys. Sweet. I pulled these back because I'm too afraid that the AI will use the their units to just fry my dude. There we go. My work is a little bit suffering, but beyond that, things are looking good. Wow, big punch. So let's do this like that and retreat the warg. There's no reason to lose a good unit here, for freaking sake. I mean, wargs are not really any of my favorite units. They don't really have any particularly high stats or anything like that, but they're fast and they're available right now. We can drop them later, where we're actually taking advantage out of the sacrifice. My personal motto: don't mind units dying, but I better get something off of that. Otherwise, I don't like losing units at all. Yeah, that went nice. We didn't lose anybody. It's more like it. I need my full action to fire. Okay. Oopsie. The Evoker had an attack left, but whatever. If you would have surrendered, I would have let you live. I have to say it. I'm one of the worst Eldritch rulers ever, I think. Okay, Cursed Keep would give me... Butcher Ogres. I don't feel fit with the kind of troops I got. Biggest issue I got is that I don't have any healers whatsoever yet. I usually run a Ritualist hero because of this very reason, but I wanted to break the mold for once. Do something else for once. Alright. Ooh, new units. We can recruit Astral Siphoner. Ooh, okay. I'm tempted. It's a tier 3 one. It's pretty big. Does cost me quite some money though. Immortal Spirits. Ethereal units are coming. Noticeable. Yeah, let's do the training. So, sorry, I had to block bot. Bye-bye. Okay, let's move into the southern direction. Take that area here. Lightning focus, hell yeah. Okay. So, whoa. We not gonna take that. I mean, the mirror mimic is not really as tough as it looks with its tier 4. It's only as tough as what it copies. But, it's still something that I don't want to poke unprepared. Needs tavern. Needs Arcane Institute as well. Fighting power of this build is pretty sick. I do make very slow progress to my devotion though. But, well. Let's grant the mercy that doesn't do anything for me, right? No. Ooh, a big chunk of Imperium. What are we going to do with that? Not much, eh? Ooh. That's a good one, though. So research stuff is now a lot cheaper. So... Toll of Seasons. Okay, so we know what's going to happen eventually. Fine. Palisade walls. That's the thing that I mean when you are building 3 cities at once, you are constantly broke. Let's see. Yeah. The AI loves to fry wargs. On the altar of auto-resolve. Okay. Oh, it resisted. Okay. Yeah. The enemy is in defense mode, so these hit a little bit less hard as they could. But, yeah. The nukes are pretty nice, aren't they? So let's move the banged up troops backwards instead of directly in front of the enemy and everything shall be fine. Right, AI? Enemy? Don't know. auto-resolve doesn't work like that. Hey Tomasz, hi there. Fourth city incoming, but only after I have a little bit more footing. Probably the Paladin city. I haven't played Mass Effect enough to can relate. Sorry. Back when I had Mass Effect 1, I only had borrowed a copy, didn't own it. So I didn't complete the game. And when I had the opportunity to complete it, I don't know, it's already damn old. Come on. You can't flee. Yeah, that's pretty good. This build's going to be a pretty nice winner overall. It's already very powerful, and it's only getting worse from here. Juggernaut Greaves and food. Oh, well, I don't mind the food at this point. Knowledge. We gain better relations with these guys, also very nice. Yeah, let's take the knowledge. Knowledge is a good reward. Constricting focus. Pledge of Harmony. Well, I can't actually quite easily say no to that. I rather have the Conjure Tentacle, thank you. Good, good, good. So. Too bad that I can't move the rest of my troops there. So. Constricting Focus is a pretty sick breakpoint power-wise for this build. Yeah, we gained lots of food. So, Eldritch Rituals. Tempted. Delirium. I want the Delirium. Delirium is so cool because it inflicts a lot of resistance shred, which is extremely powerful. Hey, so I need to get my permit to do so, but I think I'm gonna do so. Tech points are still so crappy though. It's really bothersome for me. Tech points are way too low for this state of the game. But luckily we're not playing any PvP match here where a human enemy will pop up and utilize my slowness. There we go. I always want to build a new tier 2 unit, but when I end up wanting to go there, my wallet is empty. So, vassals grant 10 gold and tribute. I want to increase my my governance cap instead. So, new people. Alright, shield units hit like a truck now. Good thing that I run no shield units at all. Suicide Warg is at it again. Seems like he doesn't enjoy his stay in the Eldritch Empire. Get me out of here! No, you stay. Until I say that you can't go. Zap. Oh, come. My relic is so powerful, tier 1 units resist constantly against the negative status effects. I feel like they sold it to me a little bit more powerful on the package. Whatever. So, yeah. It's a stinky phantasmal warrior. I wanted to double check if I saw it right, but yep. Stinky phantasmal warrior. I find that highly ridiculous right now. How can a ghost stink? Alright, then again, I grew up with Ghostbusters. Ask Slimer. Bonk. Face. Snap. This time I did it right. Mana rewarded. So... I want the constrictors. Because I have that vague feeling that the constrictors might become the bread and butter unit of this build. But before that, let's finally train a Valkeeper. You guys get your library. Good thing that I bought the astral trait there. What's the reward for the Anvil of Doom? Is that global? Sounds like it is. Hall of Devotion. Yeah, I'm not only constantly broke because of me playing badly. These guys also seem to have constantly buildings that have draft and gold income. So, grievances are less impactful. So, we got a new batch of these. Wow, that's so cool. I got 6 points of these. Okay. So... the warg survived. Barely. Yeah, so early game auto-resolve of this build is non-existent, basically. I think if we would be rocking a Ritualist, this would be better. So, hindsight, the mage works, but I feel like the Ritualist would have served me better. I want insanity, not distraction. So, I could summon 2 tentacles this whole fight. Let's see. Probably will do. Whoa! How often can you do that? That's a 6 skill. Wow. Okay, let's retry that, and we're going to put a tentacle right next to that, because I hope that this will stop it from being able to do that. I mean, the other option, if that doesn't help, is to just not put my units close together like that, because the damage jumps for to adjacent units. But I was wondering... Yep, it's constricted. If that doesn't do the trick as well. Let's see. Nope, he's allowed to do that still. Okay, let's see if we can win under these circumstances. If not, I have to position my units better. Usually I auto-resolve these guys, basically always. Nice. I think this tentacle in its face should have been better. Yeah, conjure tentacle. It's one hell of a spell. Yeah, I did take a little bit more damage than necessary, but it's okay. There we go. Level up time. Oh. I want Mindbreaker. Then we take the economy rituals and the big zap. Okay. And let's finish our tour in liberating the area around Mentor's Pond. And I'm gonna get myself a seal bearer. I would have loved to expand my my empire a little bit more as well, but you can't have it all. So ignoring status effect, I like that. Second wind and melee extra damage, why not? Whoa, I need somebody who can use this. The staff has resurrection on it. Hey, I even have a few dime to spend. Sweet, sweet. Or so I thought.
Yeah.
So... Palisade walls. Hard to argue with that. Here's a brigand camp that I can't take now. Nice. Hello there, Mr. Knobbly Man. That's really nice. Yeah, let's get that Pledge of Harmony. Ooh. All right, now off to the really, really difficult part. I already know that I want to end... where were we? My journey more or less here. That's where I want to be. And the other tier 3, I have no clue yet. I mean, I think it's going to be Corruption Amplification. Something like this. Will end in a 6-point Astral Affinity. We could play Astral Convergence on these guys. Interesting. But what do we do for the tier 2? It's always the same horrible question for me. So... what is a good tier 2 for an Eldritch build? I mean, we have so far our biggest deficiencies in the economy department. Very tempting. This one is the one that I'm currently ogling most, also because of Inside Revolution. This allows us to utilize war to make even more friends than ever before, basically. Because we have that interaction that we can transform infestations into positive goodwill with the other folks. But beyond that, the other one... Famists would be a pretty nice fit too. Yeah, I think this boils it down. Mayhem Famists. Classic combo, but only classic because so good. We even have both imps on the build then.
Into the mind.
I like that. And I feel like this leaning into kobolds and stuff like that is also pretty okay to the Eldritch theme. Oh well. I could get an Astral Keeper here for myself. Whatever, I don't really want this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna accept this loss, because the tier 1 pole arms are the one that I want to phase out of my build anyways. very soon, so I think it's okay. Alright. Start to get somewhere here. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to pick up the haste berries here. So, I got 200 Imperium. Let's check on out how much we will need to take over Paladin. 360. It's not that much. Save it up for that. It'll give me a fully developed new city. Ah, well, fully developed. That was a good joke. Yeah. So... I don't want this. The warg goes back on his suicidal tendencies. Ooh, Moon of Plenty. That's really nice. This one time I was like, if the warg dies now, I'm going to leave him. But let's watch that replay. Let's see how the warg didn't die this time. Interesting choice that my seal bearers did do the leash on one tier 1 unit. Okay. So... as far as I saw, the Evoke Lightning from the Eldritch Ruler really did some heavy lifting here. Okay, why not? So, my general verdict so far remains, though, that I can't shake that feeling that I would have been even faster with a ritualist hero. Because currently I had to slow down several times because my units were too banged up. And I wasn't able to push forward the way I wanted to. So... ah, yeah. More resistance removal. Yes, yes. Gimme, gimme. So... yeah, and there goes the rest of my money. Spawn heroes offer to join. Huh. Good joke. So, 340 it is. Are you guys suffering, or what's the matter? Yeah, but so far so good. I mean, the point where we are able to just create new infestations eventually and then destroy them to be everybody's bestie feels like cheating. Somewhat. Personally don't like the mechanic at all, but I gotta say as well. Feels for me so hardcore like exploiting, but if the game has this mechanic, it is supposed to use it. So it is not exploiting, although it feels like... mechanically, it feels like exploiting. I don't know if you get the idea. Okay. Maybe I don't want to claim Paladin right now while they still have a haunted graveyard active right next to them. Can I get something spicier? Ah, yeah. Tendril Labyrinths. Doesn't get spicier than the Tendril Labyrinth. If you know, you know. So. Mr. Warg, it's been your requiem. You served me well. But now it's time to finally stop pestering me. Eldritch Rite of Binding. We could get an Astral Keeper out of that. Nah. I rather burn my thralls for knowledge before I pick up a weak unit that I don't want. I wouldn't call them weak, but it's no units that I really want to have. So we can do the knowledge extraction now. But we're just going to swallow that city now. Num num. Num num num. Excellent. So, what are you guys always doing? I mean, I somehow get the 3 conduits, but even that, I feel like we could do something else with that. Channeling Tower, fine. 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 Forester. Let's keep 2 of these. So, for the first time since a while, I got money. Could you believe it? I had money. Lasted a moment. Yeah, but we're pumping up the research now. So we gonna be recruiting our this to Rock Guard. Yeah, the double amount of vassals goes hard. Gotta say. Double amount of Rally of Lieges, I mean, sorry. So, go that way. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, that's okay. That's a lot of mana. but I prefer the gold. Because let's face it, we are constantly broke here. Okay. But yeah, this feels really stupidly strong somehow. Because I do see myself here constantly pushing forward. Ever forward. I had some slow pod early on, but now it's just a steady push. I mean, as you see there, the free cities fall to my spell, one after the other. So far, I would say that build's absolutely a success. If it's already hidden that hard at this point, I mean, we're basically just getting started here, you see. Inside Revolution. School of Contemplation. Ooh, we even got something like that. Sweet. So yeah, this is now at the point where I can now clear out the rest of the AI, rack up the environment, rack up armies in the remaining cities, and start winning the game from there. I'm just too tired to do so. But that's okay. I mean, I do these things here 99% of the time more as a proof of concept, you see. To check out if the combinations that I see are actually working as I think they do, or if it's just a pipe dream. It's the most important thing for me. But considering how hard my income is now vibing upwards all of a sudden, but that's pretty normal. I had this so many times with various builds that the very early phase is just an outright nightmare. But once the three cities are getting their thing going, stuff radically changes. Very, very quickly, too. And I'd say this works exactly as intended. Losing mana, receiving knowledge. Just my cup of tea. I mean, look at that. Our income is exploding at this point. We had a shortage for a while, but now the increases are really, really massive. Go for that school. Look at that gold. Seriously. Wow. I am very, very positively surprised here about how things went. So... This is one of the things I enjoy most, that I can just summon the Rally of Legion's troops now anywhere you want them. This is a really, really awesome power-up compared to where we were first. It's really nice. Like that a lot. So yeah, that looks like a complete success to me. So now full profit from destroying infestations. Yeah. So, this is as good as these kind of things can get, I think. Yeah, it's that. All right. Much better than I anticipated. And you also have some very, very happy cities with the Oath of Harmony and the bonuses from the thingy. Oh, that's where the crystal's coming from. Cool. So much cool new stuff nowadays. Hedeston will see some plunderings. You can't save them all. Bang. We got ourselves a necromancer. Nice trophy. Now, I'm gonna leave that one as a defense. Gremlin. And Famists. Alrighty. So,
Conceals.
yeah, Staves of Mist from this point on. Let's go for another academy. Yeah, I'm not even trying too hard anymore, and I see so many extra leverage that I could take. I could milk thralls out of my vassals to get even more knowledge production down. I could have taken much more. Percy, thank you. I could have taken so much more action in terms of the extra troops that I was training. I could have cleared out the resource nodes autonomously with other portions of my army. And there's so much more which I could take if I would be just trying harder right now. It's pretty good. Okay. So, I'm calling it a day on this end here. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show so far. If I can get my bacon back up after this one, I will want to do a little bit of a Cyrillum stream. Trying hard for the young wielder. I'll leave that as a end statement. So maybe I'll be back in a couple of minutes for a little bit of chill out stream with Cyrillum. No promises here on that end. Either way, thanks for being around, you all, and have a good one and a good start into the week or whenever